Hello, and welcome to Z's Masterclass episode where we make leaping from local to global feel easy. One of the main things stopping entrepreneurs from expanding globally is the risks and logistics involved with moving their businesses and products internationally. At a first glance, it all can seem overwhelming and unachievable. This video is intended to make it all a little easier. How do I ship to an international Amazon fulfillment center? International movement or selling comes with a new set of rules and parameters. Part of why so many people struggle to take their businesses global is because they don't start with the basics. International movement is different in two main ways. Firstly, policy, and secondly, product restrictions. These differ in all the different Amazon marketplaces, and we'd like to help you feel comfortable with them. Third-party suppliers. When you leap from local to global, it's essential to note that you are no longer working alone. You are part of a well-oiled machine, and this is where third-party suppliers come in. Not to be confused with Amazon third-party services, these suppliers include importer of record services, customs brokers, and a wide variety of people you can use to make this process easier. These suppliers and companies are people who work with you, take your hand, and focus on your own international growth. Let's chat about this concept of an importer of record. If you ship your products from your local country to a new country where you don't have a local entity or a physical presence, you would need something called an importer of record. If you are familiar with e-commerce and selling on Amazon, you would know that Amazon has explicitly said that they will not act as importer of record for your shipments entering this new destination. So what does this importer of record actually do? An importer of record is a company who has a physical presence in the destination where you plan on shipping. The importer of record takes on the legal responsibility of this shipment, and they also act on your behalf when paying over duties and taxes to customs officials. This term, importer of record, really means that they make sure your goods clear successfully and that your product is legal for import. Another type of third-party supplier you can choose to partner with is a person called a customs broker. Okay, so a customs broker is an experienced professional specializing in laws, tariffs, and regulations that will ensure your goods clear successfully. They will assist importers and exporters when they want to clear these imported goods. Not only do they assist, but they have a lot of skill and knowledge on how these goods should be cleared. If you want to know what you need to clear your goods and how much you're going to pay for this, a customs broker is your best person to ask. Not only do they know what duties and taxes are going to be levied, but they have a very good understanding of how these documents should be consigned so that the customs official checks it and it passes. Third-party logistics, or 3PLs. What is this? Okay, so a 3PL is a service that allows you to outsource all of your logistical requirements. You would need this in instances when we speak about FBA shipments and having these shipments delivered to an Amazon warehouse. Amazon can limit the amount of goods you send to their warehouses. They don't have enough storage facilities for everyone wanting to store their goods, so what do? You send your goods to this thing called a 3PL. The 3PL warehouse will store your goods near an Amazon fulfillment center and allow you the opportunity to manage your inventory as you sell. What this enables you to do is to actually drip feed into Amazon FBA, storing your goods at a lower price and having your inventory ready for when your sales are bumped. Another third-party supplier you can consider using is what we call a prepping center. You would use a prepping center when you want to ship directly from your supplier, who's in a different country from where you are, to the destination. What this prep center will do is they will accept your inventory, inspect the goods, label them, and package them so that they successfully enter the Amazon FBA warehouse. Let's talk about freight. Okay, so there are a lot of things to consider when shipping your goods from A to Z. One of the most crucial factors is which shipping method you are going to end up using. There are three main types of freight: air, sea, and road. Air freight is usually much faster than sea or road, but can be quite expensive, whereas many shipments on sea can take about a month to actually arrive. If time is of the essence, some countries also opt for fast courier services that ensure your goods are delivered within a few days. If you don't mind waiting a bit, opting for a freight forwarder option or using sea freight or road freight might work better for you. The size, weight, dimension, amount of goods you are transporting will also play a role in which method you choose. Let's think about this. If I ship on air, I'd ship lighter shipments, smaller shipments, higher value goods. Whereas if I have heavy goods, I'd rather put it on sea. These are things you have to consider when you think about freight. What method will work for you? What can you afford? And how much time do you have to actually get your goods there? Packaging and labeling. As much as they do sound the same, they can differ. If we package our goods, we need to think about in what box is this good going and how am I going to send it from A to Z? Will it be a box, a carton, a pallet? And then I need to make sure that I've packaged it correctly. If I think about labeling, I should think about the destination country, the language in which this should be labeled, how this label should be printed and attached to my actual product. Another thing to keep in mind is that there's something called an Amazon FBA label that needs to be attached to your packaging. If you partner with a supplier that assists you with your importer of record and freight services, they will ask you to attach a commercial invoice, most probably your airway bill of lading or CMR to your box, as well as this Amazon label. It's important to understand that the labeling of your goods, how you describe them, and what is said on it will really affect the clearance of your goods into this new country. We really hope this episode helped you in identifying the necessary partners you would need when leaping from local to global.